in bloom. And then you have just your regular convention gardening, which is just your rows. Straight rows, you know where everything's at. You can pop a little hand plow through to till up the weeds. You don't have to get a tiller out. It makes it easy for weeding, and you know what you have and don't get confused. And then you have your food forest. Your food forest is mostly your fruit trees and your nut trees and your berry bushes that are just scattered throughout your yard in one section. It grows together and becomes almost like a canopy almost in your yard, and it's beautiful. Can you think of any other ones? Y'all think of anything else? Raised bed.
Your raised bed.
Yeah, raised bed and vertical. So raised beds can be any container that you have. It does not have to be wood beds, metal beds, purchased beds.
Use a pool.
Yeah, it can be
Use a pool.
anything that you have to plant in. Milk jugs, cardboard boxes, yeah, kiddie pools. It doesn't matter what it is.
10-gallon bucket.
Yep, get creative. But I will say, ants like raised beds, so be mindful of that.
They like everything.
They do.
Everything.
And if they're really like up off of the ground, like where you can stand there and work it, it's hard to keep. You have to stay on top of water.
It helps with the drying out.
The moisture content in the raised
Are
bed.
you talking
Heavy
about
mulch.
filling raised beds or no?
No, I mean we can.
Like a really easy way to fill a raised.
Foraging with Billy Bailey, there will be kid classes. And there'll be vendors and games and activities for kids. There'll be a inflatable axe throwing, and then there's like a teaching your kids how to rig up their own fishing pole. Billy's teaching a class on how to make your own toothbrush. And there's a chicken process or raising chickens class for kids. And then I'm working on one more. I have to decide.
Did you find a sourdough teacher?
I did.
Amy is doing it, or Kristen? No.
The aprons are less susceptible to pests and to some of the heat resistant things that we need. So we need a heat resistant and pest resistant, and so hybrids still take
Disease.
a lot of work. They're less work than an heirloom, but heirlooms also will continuously produce, where most hybrids put all of their fruit on at one time, and then you harvest and you might get one or two oddballs here or there. Hybrids also most of the time are more of a bush to 12 feet tall, and they get heavy, and you need to make sure you're pruning, and I mean you need to prune hard.
And that's a hard thing to do.
You have to prune hard on a tomato. And you need to prune way up on your tomatoes, because any kind of rain, water splashing up, that introduces diseases into your plant. So that would be one reason why I'm interested to see how this GMO tomato is. If I can get the health benefits from it and actually get tomatoes and it work, I'd be willing to try it. Now,
What else is in it?
that's what I don't know. So that's why I said
I wasn't gonna say anything.
while that's decomposing, it helps bring in all those microorganisms into the soil. It is amazing. Another one is like straw that are like hay bales. You can plant hay bales, but here in the South, ants love hay bales too. So
And make sure they're not sprayed.
yes,
That is the main thing.
it's really hard to find
To
a.
find out somebody who knows if it was free.
Well, you can
Unless
ask.
they grew it themselves.
Organized.
Okay.
I want to be organized, but I'm really not organized.
Okay.
So I just took my plants and I just sat them every 30 feet. And so David said, you want to do a bush and then you want to do a tree. You want to do a bush and then you want to do a tree. So that's what I did. I did a bush and a tree, a bush and a tree.
Okay.
So he suggested blackberry in the grocery garden. I don't like blackberry in the grocery garden. So I'm going to take mine out, which already has lots of little canes coming up every
Why don't you like it just because it's spiky?
No, it's not spiky. This one is thornless. It just. He's done that on more than one thing with us. He tells us it's from Puerto Rico.
And it's not.
then-
It's just from Publix.
Yeah, so there was this coffee from Puerto so I'm like, where is this coffee from Puerto Rico? And he tells me, you go to the dollar store. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. What's that Cafe Bustelo?
Yes.
Does that guy live here?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he
yeah.
does. He lives here now.
Oh, that's
but he's
hilarious.
constantly getting us because it's from Puerto Rico.
These
Is
are.
that
This
all?
one looks really dead, that's why.
It
There was
is.
one I felt.
I'm gonna stick it in the. You could try.
I think that's
I would-
wasn't.
Let me try that one.
That's not ideal, but you might could.
On that end. It looks like it's a little green. Or it feels green. It's alive. It's alive.
No tomorrow. It tastes like the garlic mashed potatoes.
Well,
It's a little
it's
different.
a little different, but so
like it
whenever I
better
make
than
it, I boil it.
potatoes, but-
I love it better than potatoes. I boil it and because it's got cyanide in it. Drain it off, get that core out, and then I add sour cream and milk, salt, pepper, garlic.
What time do you think it'll be ready?
Yeah.
Yeah,
you got plenty right there. We can take it.
The core. When you do the core
It's
out,
got
can you
a
like
stem
pictures
that
and
runs
send that
in
to
the-
us? So, like,
Yeah,
we
the
know
core is a
specifically?
hard. It's just hard. And
How do
woody.
you get it
string
out?
beans, you know,
So
like,
it's
sort of like a
soft.
pineapple
Yeah.
core. Like you can kind of tell.
Yeah, so once you boil it, it gets soft. The outside gets soft, and you can feel the core on the inside.
So it'd be
It's
like more
hard.
like a pineapple. Then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Push it out, or you just.
I just
peel-
peel it out.
And some of the
Yeah.
smaller ones probably won't have a core, so the
Yep.
big ones that
The
have.
big
Oh,
ones
they-
have a
okay.
core. Yeah.
Does cassava need a lot of water?
No.
No, they're so low maintenance.
Yeah.
You just put the cane in the ground.
Now, what
and
is the bush
That
look
area
like?
of my
I mean, I know
yard
it's gonna be
that
leafy.
I neglect,
That's
but
Oh
what
yeah,
I
it's
Okay.
looks kind of like
It doesn't
a
bother you
fig
just to
leaf,
leave it and let it go.
Okay.
but
yeah, that and a mulberry.
a little more tropical.